there's a departure from is mentally, and I mean, this is brutal. What we're talking about is brutal because, oh, who are we kidding? It almost sounds, to the mind, it sounds so esoteric, so far out there, so abstract, because to the mind, this is absolutely impossible to live this way.
Thinking creates time. That's just how it works, you know. And and
That's
time is a little bit past or a little bit future if it's projecting and looking around. But it's that is, we were clearly stated, is something else, you know.
Identifying there is not a physical world, because there's no physicality that it could be made out of. There is not a material world and consciousness. There has to be consciousness first. And if you say, well, there is a material world, and I'm turning from this material world to the spiritual, which is consciousness, to even say that, you've already left consciousness. And consciousness itself actually can't leave itself. So that's a bogus proposition from the start, from the standpoint of consciousness itself, which is, again, the perspective we're speaking from. And so if, or what our ignorance attempts to do is, it'll say, oh, yes, I'm getting this a little bit, but there's this material world, or if you want to call it a dream out there, and it's going on independent of my being this consciousness, or consciousness being the one that's conscious here, leave the me out of it. And when my attention leaves consciousness and goes out to it, then that's where this whole, like, then, oh yeah, then I'm functioning in time. But it's as if time exists out there independent from me and my attention goes out to it. No, the very wandering of attention, for want of a better way of saying it, is time itself. Because see if you can come up with any sense of time for what you call your entire existence, all of what exists, separate from what seems to be the thought or the sensation or whatever of it that claims to be this mind of yours, this finite state of yours. You can't. There's no evidence of time apart from that. And one first has to ignore or mentally stray from consciousness, pure isness, for that to occur.